You can race in your backyard, you can race in your living room. The beauty of these cars is you can use them absolutely anywhere. Hi everyone, it's Tom from Hearns Hobbies. Today we're going to go through the Kyosho Mini Zs. So these are absolutely brilliant little RC cars, perfect for in and around the house, especially when we're all stuck indoors at the moment. These are a 1/27th scale RC car, so these are quite small, about the size of a model kit car, a little bit smaller than those, they're about 1/24th. But these are absolutely fantastic fun. They've been around for about 20 odd years and they really have been just steadily ticking along. They've become quite collectible, they've become quite desirable amongst the collectors. But they are starting to go through a new wave of popularity. We're starting to see more models come through. So we thought we'd take you through what you actually get in the box. So we'll start with the easy part. First things first, when you open it up, the first thing you get access to, of course, is the car itself. These are absolutely beautifully detailed. These are as good as almost any model kit you'll find. The paint is absolutely spot on. It's accurate to the original cars. It's details like the wheels, all those sorts of things. This particular model, this is the all-wheel drive. We'll go through some of the differences in those. But for now, let's get the car out and actually have a look at it. So in the cardboard frame they come in screwed in at the bottom. So you just need to make sure that you're careful when you unscrew them. Okay, so we'll just get the second screw out of this one. So it's just two little screws that hold them into the cardboard frame there. And there we go. So there we have it. The car is actually free. Get rid of that packaging. So it's just a little bit of tape we just need to take off this one. There we go. And that's it. So that's your Mini Z. First thing you're going to need to do with these is put batteries in them, of course, to get them going. So to do that, these are quite simple to open up. What you do is you actually take the side of the car and you pull the car open just a little bit, and then you just push down from the back of the car. You can see it's starting to separate there, and then the top just lifts off. And what you're left with is your actual chassis. So this is the all-wheel drive version of the car. So four-wheel drive. It comes with the hard plastic drift tires. So this one, absolutely brilliant. Lino floors, hardwood floors, or even yoga mats make really, really good surfaces for these to drift on. So what we'll do there, just going to peel off the little sticker on the bottom. Oops. And then the last thing we need to do, this one's a little tricky to see, but we'll try and show on the overhead camera, is there's just one extra little piece that has to come off the bottom here. That's got it. Okay, so with this one, the last thing you need to do before you put the batteries in is there's one more little clip here underneath that just needs to pop out. And once this comes out of the battery tray, you'll be able to put in your AAA batteries. So we've got 4 fresh ones here. And just need to be careful of the orientation. It does actually say inside the chassis, it does have it stamped as to which way the batteries do have to go on. Just make sure you do have them the right way around before you turn the car on. So it goes in that way. There we go. And now to place the body back onto these cars, simply slide the white part at the front of the chassis, clips in to the bottom of the body shell there. And then we just reverse the process we used to take the actual car apart. So you just pull the sides of the car out a little bit, press down at the back, and it clicks onto place. Car's ready to go, batteries are installed. So let's have a look at the other goodies we get in the box. Kyosho do give us a couple of cool things with these cars. Okay. So the first thing we get is a bag full of spares. Now this gives you spare pinion gears, spare spur gears, and a fair range of tuning options. So you actually can change the acceleration and the top speed of the car, make it a little sharper to respond. It is worth looking into that, especially if you're running on a hardwood floor, because there is a little more friction with the surface. And the drift cars will respond better with a little better acceleration on them. So you get quite a few in there. There's a 15, 17, a 19, and a 21 tooth pinion. And there's a couple of spare spurs in there as well for them. You also get a little bag of tools. Let's just go through these. Just going to come up there. So these are quite nifty. The first one is just a little plastic clip looking thing. That's actually a pinion gear remover. So it's actually a fantastic little tool, slips into place, means you don't have to pull the whole car apart to change the gears over. You can do them nice and quick on the fly at the track. Also get a little screwdriver and a little plastic wheel nut wrench as well. Given the size of these cars and the size of the wheel nuts, you really don't need anything crazy strong for them. There's not a huge amount of stress or force on the nuts. So that's a perfect little tool. Hardest part of these is not losing them. So make sure when you get your car, keep them somewhere safe. For the drifters to get started and for the racers, they also give you a whole bunch of little traffic cones. These are fantastic for setting up your own little course. You can make your own little tracks, layouts, excellent for practicing with. And they're nicely scaled, so make a good bit of scenery for the car as well. So they actually give you about 20 of these. So there's enough to actually make a pretty decent little practice track for you to get started with. And of course you can always buy more from Kyosho as well. They do sell them as a separate item. And last but not least is the Kyosho transmitter. So these have been through a few iterations over the years. This is the latest version of it. This is the KT531P. Digital radio, no need to worry about binding or any of the problems associated with that. It's a good quality radio. It's got a really nice steering feel, good throttle travel on it, and makes drifting really, really easy with these Mini Z cars. This runs on 4 AAA batteries as well. So basically all you really need is 8 AAA batteries and you're ready to go. So there we have it. So basically that's just the basic rundown of the Kyosho Mini Z all-wheel drive cars. So these are the drift versions of these cars. As you can see, they're quite simple to get going. Everything you need is in the box ready to go except for the batteries. But 5 minutes and you're ready to run. They do also come in a rear-wheel drive version. The rear-wheel drive is not a drift car. It is basically made for track racing. There are some really, really good tracks out there. Here in Melbourne, there's a track in Kew you can actually go down and race at. But you know, you can race in your backyard, you can race in your living room, you can race on your bed. Beauty of these cars is you can use them absolutely anywhere. So we will go through one of the rear-wheel drive cars in future to show you the differences between them. But for now, go grab one, get out there and have some fun. Thanks.